Hi folks, thanks for joining us. It's wonderful to have you here. Engaging 4x4 in a Nissan Pathfinder. And I'm sorry folks, the title is a bit misleading. We are talking about birds and bird life. We are going to discuss how different species live in different... Had you for a second. Engaging the 4x4 on the fly. I am not a fan of it, and I know the manufacturer or all the manufacturers of all the vehicles where you can engage 4x4 on the fly have all tested and run their system through the necessary checks to tell you that listen, you can engage 4x4 on the fly, nothing will happen. Me, I'm a bit of a safe guy. I like to just have some mechanical sympathy in the event that when you're at the point of engaging 4x4, that means you are probably in a place where you are pretty far away from a dealership or even a workshop or anything that you can use to fix your vehicle. And if you are doing the 80 kilometers an hour and switching on the fly, you need to think a little bit. Should something go wrong, how will it go wrong? If I stop and engage 4x4 and something goes wrong, I am not adding to the possibility that something horrible or catastrophic can happen because I'm standing still. If it doesn't engage or the gears don't mesh or something when it engages, then, you know, maybe some slight movement gets it engaged and there you go. Especially if your vehicle is a little bit older. If you do this on the fly, it's a bit of an older vehicle, maybe the solenoid doesn't kick in properly or the little clutch doesn't kick in properly or something goes wrong. Remember, you're doing 60, 80 kilometers an hour. If something goes wrong there, those gears don't mesh and it does bite wrong at that speed and at that amount of power being supplied from the engine, you're going to rip whatever is not working mechanically. You're going to make it triply as worse than it could be. So for me, you can if you want to, but I stop. There's no need to rush when you go on a 4x4 route or when you are going to do a 4x4 scenario. Stop, pull over to the side, engage your 4x4, pull away nicely, and there you go. I digress, but there we go. Right, so engaging the 4x4. Now you'll notice that there is two-wheel drive, auto, 4 high, and 4 low. Now, two-wheel drive is, as we know, normal two-wheel drive. Now, you'll also notice next to, on the little switch panel next to the switch, that there is a VDC off button. Now, that is your traction control, or the vehicle dynamic control as it is called. And this basically sends power to the wheels that need it in case that there is slippage. Alright, so auto, on the other hand, lets you drive the vehicle in two-wheel drive, but engages four-wheel drive. You're basically in full-time 4x4. But engages four-wheel drive when it needs it. So when there is slippage on the rear diff, basically there's a clutch on the transfer case that basically engages and gives you power to the front wheels. And now also the VDC is engaged and will also manage slippage between the two front wheels. So there we go, that's auto. And the moment that there's no more slippage on any of the wheels, it reverts back to two-wheel drive. So that's auto. Right, then 4 high, when you engage it, it's through four-wheel drive high. Your center differential or your transfer case basically is locked in a way. And you have traction control between the front and the rear, left and right of the vehicle. So yeah, if you switch VDC off, once again, you won't have traction control. You will just have normal four-wheel drive. There's no diff lock on this vehicle, so don't even try. Then there's 4 low. Now you need to also bear in mind that because this doesn't have diff lock, if you engage four-wheel drive low range, your traction control goes off. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the reason is for it. Me, I'm thinking mechanical sympathy. You've got a lot more power going to the wheels when you're in low range, and for the brakes to work, you might they'll be working non-stop if you're going on a 4x4 route and braking left and right and rear and front and all that stuff. That'll basically heat up the brakes and cause it to basically, yeah, just heat, and then you lose all brakes. You lose your braking, you lose your traction control and all that stuff. You might even just damage your brake linings and everything. So I'm guessing that's why they don't have traction control on 4 low. But yeah, that's that. Alright, so to engage it, 2-wheel drive, you basically just turn the switch to go to auto. Auto you'd use when it's a bit rainy and the road is wet, or the road surface is not to your liking. Maybe you're doing a gravel road and a slow gravel road and there's some mud and everything. I'd engage auto, and that will basically manage the slippage. But if you are doing it at speed, so if you are cruising at a bit higher speed, let's say 60 to 80 kilometers an hour on a gravel road, or maybe even faster, 100, 110, I'd engage through 4-wheel drive, 4i, because it is functionally engaged. It will be running constantly. You won't have that split second where it has to still decide whether it wants to engage the front wheels to prevent you from going off the road. So bear that in mind. And then, interesting enough, to engage 4 low, you need to press the button in and turn, and then it'll go to 4 low. Now folks, so engaging, you pull over to the side of the road, you put the vehicle in neutral, you turn the lever to whichever one you select, auto or 4i or even 4 low, and you put it back in drive and you gooi. Then one thing to keep in mind, when engaging in 4i or 4 low, sometimes it will flash. That means that, or the little thing, the 4x4 wheelie thingy will be flashing. That means it hasn't engaged. And all you need to do is pull forward a bit or pull back a bit, and you'll hear a clunk, and there you go. You'll be engaged, and then you can go onto your merry way. If however you drive and it does not engage, don't keep it in there, especially in 4 low. Don't pull away or drive or anything. You might cause damage. Rather try and get it to go back to 2-wheel drive and cease your trip from there, because you don't want to be stuck in the middle of nowhere with your vehicle not running.